So welcome to step 7. The supplies you need are your colored pencil and your project. So I have both examples here that I did. And again, you might not have picked a circle, maybe it's a triangle, maybe it's a star. But what is important is you only did every other space colored in inside of your shape. Okay, that's for this one. So we can see that I've done that. I didn't do anything on the outside of it. And the biggest thing is the detail for when it comes to how well you colored. So looking at this one, okay, did you go past this line? Okay, did you go outside of this line into this line? My students in class have been asking, well, how do we get a good grade? One, it's all about your lines. So did you draw straight lines? Are they equally spaced? Are they parallel all the way up and down on your paper? The other thing is the coloring. Did you stay in the space? Did you go outside of the line? Okay. For me, my eye keeps going to this one little mistake that I made up here. All right. So in order for it to be an optical illusion, we can't have little things like that. So make sure that you are coloring carefully, okay? And then here's another little thing that it's just a thick piece of the pen, all right? But my eye goes to that. You don't want your eye to go to that. You want it to be your eye going to this optical illusion. So anyway, that's a little something that I know a bunch of my in-person students have been asking. So we have our projects here, and it doesn't matter which one we're working off of. I'm going to show you both. The next step is pretty similar to the first, except for now we are looking, I'll explain this one in a little bit. So now we are looking at where we started. So we did this line first, okay? If it's black here, then it's going to be the opposite there, which means if it's white here, then for these two triangles, we're going to color in the opposite right? Skip this one, and now I go out this way. Okay, again, keeping it a really nice clean edge. Coloring, I would rather it take 2 class periods than 1. I'm going to see how my in-class students do. But if you're working at home and coloring takes you longer than 40 minutes, stop, okay? Because that's all you would have had in your class time, and you will have time, if we need to work on this Monday, or that's because I'm assigning it on Friday, but just know that you would have time to work on it the following class if need be, right? So if you're at home working on this and 40 minutes is up and you still got a bunch to do, just email me, say, hey, I didn't finish that whole step in 40 minutes. I'm going to need time the next day. And then that'll tell me that everyone that's doing that project needs some extra time. Okay. Don't hesitate to let me know that what I'm expecting is too much. Okay. I don't want people to rush. That's not what this project is all about. The other thing that I want to explain is the use of a piece of paper to help with smearing. So when I work on drawings at home, and I do a lot of pencil drawings, when I get to an area that I've already done or has pencil lines, like all these lines for you is pencil, it's pen for me, I would take this piece of paper and I would put it over where this part of my hand is touching, and that will help me not smear. I will try to remind you guys that on step 6 before you start. So just as a reminder. So just being very aware of what you're doing is really important. Then once you finish that side, then you're going to go over to this one. Again, making sure that you are doing the opposite of what you did on the triangles on the other side. And sometimes I like to outline. It's also all about keeping your colored pencil or crayon sharp so that you have that control to stay inside the lines. Sometimes they get so dull that you kind of lose your control. That's the bad thing about crayon. Okay. So are we seeing what that opposite looks like? Hopefully. So now I'm going to take this one away and bring in the circle. Okay. This one, it doesn't really matter where you start. You just need to make sure that you understand the concept. So if I start by looking at this black line here, this one needs to be white, which means if this is white, this one's going to be black. So then on the opposite side, now it's easier to track because we did the inside of the shape. So hopefully that starts to make sense. What's really important is you don't go inside of this shape. You have to stop on that circle line. So with that, I'm going to let you guys work. I will complete these and then put examples of the completed ones once I'm finished. Good luck.